It's $110,000 on one motorcycle. I'm not gonna buy that. I cannot afford that bike. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Those that are new to my channel, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because today we are going to dig into something big with the motorcycle community. The other day, Harley Davidson posted their new Road Glide CVO RR. Yes, their new Road Glide CVO RR. It is absolutely beautiful, cool looking. It complements the Harley Davidson logo very well with the black and orange. Now, the reason why I want to do this video is because it's $110,000 for this bike. And it's made for consumers like you and I. And I sat there, and when I seen it, I said, am I seeing things correctly? And sure enough, it's $110,000 for this motorcycle. And it's not just your average motorcycle. It was designed by the Screaming Eagle race team over at Harley to make a bike for their consumers like you and I. They took the design off of King of the Baggers. For those that don't know what King of the Baggers are, it's part of Moto America GP, MotoGP Racing. They are now using baggers as race bikes. So they took the design completely, like I said, from the Screaming Eagle team. Kyle Wyman, if that name rings a bell as well, awesome guy. Met him a couple years ago. He definitely knows how to race. Now, with this bike being $110,000 though for your average consumer, I know me personally, I cannot afford that bike. In Jersey here, that won't even cover a down payment on a house since everything has been skyrocketing. However, we're not talking about houses, but let's get back to the motorcycle. The bike is absolutely beautiful. It has carbon fiber trims, brand new swing arm. It's a 131 motor. So you have your 107s, 117s, 121s. This is a 131. Cool thing they did is they made a limited edition. They're only making 131 models of this CVO RR. So if you get your hands on it, kudos to you. Me personally, I'm not gonna buy that. I can't afford it. And I can't understand why I would spend $110,000 on one motorcycle. There's so many more motorcycles out there that I would love to get my hands on, have multiple motorcycles for that price. The only thing I really can see why Harley did it was for people that have deep pockets to brag. Oh, look at me. I have a $110,000 motorcycle and I have 131 made. It's the last one ever made in history. Yes, it is Harley Davidson history. But most of those people that are probably getting their hands on that motorcycle and actually owning it probably won't ride it, number one. Two, probably can't ride a motorcycle. They're doing it more for bragging rights. And honestly, I'm sorry to say this, but that's just my opinion. I can't see your real motorcycle enthusiasts to actually buy one and take it cross country, take it all over the United States. And I'm only speaking of the United States because I'm here in New Jersey. And riding it. The thing is it's more of a museum piece. And yes, you do have a piece of history from Harley Davidson, but does your average rider really want to ride a bike that expensive and that powerful? I mean, me personally, I was on a 107. I upgraded to a 117. I needed a little bit more power, but I also ride all the time. And later on, in my YouTube videos, I will be posting more videos on slow speed maneuver stuff, and you'll understand why I'm posting those videos. But I am not going to ride this bike around and show it off. Yes, we do know that the first ever RR made, Harley Davidson will probably display it in their museum, where right now they have Daytona going on. And then eventually it'll probably be displayed as Sturgis, and you'll be able to take your pictures, which kudos to them. That's pretty cool that you get to actually see it. But you're not going to see this bike on the road. You're not going to see it your next door neighbor unless you have the money to afford the bike. It's just like your sports cars. You have your Corvettes, you have your Ferraris. Yes, people do own them. And I understand why they own them. For me personally, I would love to have a Ferrari or, a Corvette at that price range. And I'm not a car guy, but I do like the look. I like the way they sound. Yes, I know they're fast. But you have this bike that is faster than your average rider can handle. And just going straight is not riding a motorcycle. Being able to lean the bike and have full control of the bike, that is you riding a motorcycle. You going straight at 160 miles an hour is not you riding a motorcycle. And I'm not here to knock the people that love to just go fast. It's just my opinion. And it's cool that everybody has their own opinion. And this is why I'm doing this video. I want to know what your opinion is down below on this motorcycle. I will show you a little preview of this bike. For those that didn't see this bike or don't know what I'm talking about, you'll be able to see what this bike looks like. Now, it looks like your average standard road glide. The newer models, the 24 and up. It does look like your average CVO. Like I said earlier, you have the 131 motor. And the suspension's different. You have the Öhlins performance suspension, which is designed for racing. They use the same type of suspension for your King of Baggers. The technology is definitely there. The carbon fiber is beautiful. I love carbon fiber personally, but not the entire bike. Like I said, that's just my opinion. So let's take a look at the bike. And then also let me know what you think down below. So after you just seen this video, obviously you see now what I'm talking about. I also want to say kudos to Harley for coming out with this, because this might help us later on in the future for your average standard road glide as well as your CVO model. And that's because eventually there will be more parts coming out to make our bikes similar, not identical, but have some sort of accents and parts that mimics this double R. And you could have a part of Harley Davidson history on your bike. Now, I thought Harley did very well when they came out with the 24s. I was very satisfied with it, and that's why I decided to trade my 23 in for my 24, because the technology was different. I went from a 107 to a 117. I definitely could feel the handling is different than how the other bike was. The stock handlebars, not everybody likes stock. Me personally, I like the new stock handlebars on the 24 Road Glide. Before, I felt like I was holding a wheelbarrow, where now I'm actually sitting up nice and comfortable for myself, at least. There's a lot of people that do the T-bars and so on, but I'm not going to get into it. This discussion was strictly for the double R. But yeah, I really thought they were gearing in the right direction, and I still believe and I still have hope that they are. Just when they hit you with a bike that's $110,000, it's kind of heartbreaking, because most people are not going to be able to afford it. Now, if you could afford it, awesome. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know the ride. I would love to see videos on that as well, if you own one. But most of us are probably sitting here with the what the f did Harley Davidson do? So like I said, with that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below. I would love to have a discussion with you based on this new CVO RR.